Hello, welcome to Cinema Savvy, and welcome to a channel update video. I actually can't remember the last time all three of us were joined on a channel update video. I understand for anyone viewing this might seem very serious, like big things are coming, and big things are indeed coming. Before we get into that, though, obviously it's a full house tonight. Me, myself, Chris, George, and Tate. I do want to mention very briefly that we have finally crossed 1,600 subscribers. It seems like we've been stuck at a total for a very, very long time, so it's nice to finally get it up to that. So thank you to everyone that has liked a bunch of our videos, one video enough to click that subscribe button, and please do continue to do that, especially with some of the new news that we've got coming out right now.
I was going to say, like, I know it's quite a stretch, but it'd be pretty amazing if we're able to get like close to 2,000 by the end of the year.
By the end of this stream, get it going like right now.
So yeah, please make sure to just share our channel and just talk about it with people who also love films, anything like that. Chris, bring up the social medias to follow us for.
Okay, so especially with a lot of the recent things we're going to have coming out, follow us on our social media links. We've got Facebook. You can find that at /CinemaSavvy. On Twitter, it's @cinema_savvy, and exactly the same for Instagram as well. That's @cinema_savvy. Now I need to find out how to get these banners off. There we go. So just like a brief intro, I guess, before we go into the main things. I think it's fair to say anyone who's been watching the channel or been a long-time viewer of the channel, you've probably seen that things have started dying down a little bit the last few months or so. That's with various, different work commitments with all of us on the channel and things going on. We haven't had as regular content, and there's been breaks in the old patterns and regimes you may have seen. But we're finally getting that back on track. We have a new plan of action, and that's what we're going to discuss with you guys today. Also, if anyone is watching this, please do give us any suggestions for either shows that you'd like to see on the channel or new things that you'd like to see us change. We do want to try and make this channel and its content for you, essentially. We want you to have a good time watching the content. So, George, what is the first order of business that we're going to be discussing today?
I have my wrench here I can't even see it. I need to get used to streaming.
Hang on. I'm going to give you the screen. I've removed him from the stream. George, it's yours. Is
it mine? I only see Chris.
No, it's not Chris.
No, it's not. I don't know how to do this.
I should have taken over directing the stream. Chris, click on. There's a tiny little box just above.
There we go. We've got it.
So, first off, I did a channel update video by myself a couple months ago where I was leaving. Circumstances changed at home. I am now around more than I ever used to be, yet now work more than I ever did. So there's a beautiful balance there. I've been going to the cinema recently. You might have noticed I've come back on a couple of reviews. I'm about a bit more. We've kind of structured between us all how we want to move the channel forward. We want to essentially bring it back to formula, as Willem Dafoe famously once said. And as the way he did it well. So we want to follow this. We are going to be streamlining reviews. So we are still going to get reviews out. We're going to try and revert back to our old methods where we try and get like the opening weekend. Obviously, UK release dates, that was always our thing. We're trying to get back to that. So I'm not going to go through 4-month schedule, but we've planned it out. And we want to do less time doing the 50-minute to an hour videos. As much as we love these longer discussions, we are all not moved on. It's totally the opposite word, but we're all at different times in our own places. It's harder to get the three of us together. So we're going to be streamlining reviews. We want to try and get them shorter. You have noticed that with a couple of our recent reviews. And for the big releases, we are going to still do, I think we only used to do them for like Star Wars. We'd get a separate spoiler video. We want to do these for all the big releases. So we will have a review out for the film. And if it's worthy, there will be a second video released eventually, maybe a couple of days after. We haven't decided yet. And it will be a spoiler video. And tagging along with these, similar to the old days, you might get a build-up to a release. So, Zombieland 2 is out soon. We're probably going to do a Zombieland 1 review as a little build-up. So we want to get reviews back on track. That's where we kind of started. That's where we want to isolate and kind of improve on immediately, which is something we want to do. That's everything I've got to say on reviews at the minute. We are also introducing for the... we've done it before, but unofficially introducing like anniversary reviews. So Apocalypse Now had a 40th anniversary re-release. That's something me and Chris discussed. We want to get a review out for that. Then we kind of got us thinking, well, Batman had a 30th anniversary release this year. bloody, what's its name? So The Matrix had a 20th anniversary release. Apocalypse Now had a 40th anniversary release. We kind of had this idea, and last year we all went to the BFI together and saw The Dark Knight for its 10th anniversary release. What if we do kind of anniversary reviews, because it lets us jump in when these films are not necessarily back in the limelight as such, but these are classic films that some of us may see for the first time, we may see for the 100th time, but they're films that we know we're going to enjoy, we're going to like, we're going to be intrigued by, and the films that universally have that following, have that fans, and everybody would probably be more interested than, say, us talking about this rather than jumping to the cinema to see something completely irrelevant because we just feel like we need to get out. So that's one of the things we want to do. Now, I have no idea what's happened on StreamYard. I think Tate and Chris are still here.
We are.
Yes, we are.
It was so silent. I kind of was there like, am I by myself? It's so weird, this StreamYard thing, and it's good. We've used this mini break to kind of reinvigorate ourselves, and that's everything on reviews. I don't know if I've overspoke about them, but if Tate, you want to go next with Film Club?
Yes, sure. So Film Club is going to stick around. It's sticking around for its run up until I'm leaving for Austria again. We might do another second turn of Film Club when I get back out there and once I'm settled back into my resort, if I've got a bit of time freeing up for myself. But we've been discussing kind of what would be best to kind of put forward a solo show for myself, or at least all of us, to have something kind of individual that we can bring forward to the table. And one of the things that did come out of that was that I watch an awful lot of foreign language films. And obviously we love the Oscars, like all three of us, but I'm truly invested into that. So I've still got a little bit of brainstorming to go forward with an idea for something. Like I always have so many different ideas floating around for this channel, but obviously we don't have the time to do a lot of it. So I'm going to be looking to do either a kind of short review kind of series based on foreign language films, looking at some of the best of all time, or I will come up with something to do with that, something which I have a passion in, to do a film that I can do whilst I'm out in the mountains of Austria. But Film Club is still going around. We released another episode today, which was Logan's Run. We've got next week, which is Son of Rambo. So please make sure that you go watch those videos. We love doing them, like both me and Chris, just discussing like random films, especially when we have a lot of Disney takeover films at the moment. I know that Chris said, was it episode 2 or 3 or something like that? Like, I need a break from Disney. Give me a non-Disney film. And that kind of gives us that kind of breakup of something different, but something old from the channel that we've kind of brought forward and is still quite nice.
Yeah. And I guess this takes us on to trailer reactions then. So, like one of the longest running things on the channel just kind of disappeared overnight. Essentially, the reason for me not axing the trailer reactions but taking a break from them was that there was just too many, and it was such a lengthy process of getting one of those videos out there. I love doing those videos. I love talking about the films that were coming out, speculating about them and giving my initial opinions. But my method of recording, exporting, compressing, and everything in between to get that video uploaded, especially on a quick schedule, and especially if a lot of trailers came out at the same time, it just wasn't feasible to do that. But with StreamYard that we have now, it makes things a little bit easier and possibly a little bit more visually dynamic as well. Tomorrow we're meant to have the latest trailer out for Joker. I am going to do a bit of an experiment with this to see the new applications that I've got now. I can add images onto there. I can have the screen up in different sizes and everything like that. So tomorrow trailer reactions will be back with a reaction for official trailer 2 of Joker, a film I'm very much looking forward to, and it'll be nice to get back on and talk about that. And it'll be interesting to get as many of you people on as well watching live, and let me know if you do like the new setup, if you prefer the old layout. Essentially, the reason that I'm changing the formula is because it will just be much easier to get more videos out, to get more reactions out in a more timely fashion. So you guys have more content essentially, and we can get more reactions out, which would be really nice. Especially,
I was just saying, please do remember, now we have obviously StreamYard, which we are kind of picking up quite a lot. It really is kind of like an upgrade to Hangouts. But please remember, whenever you guys have a comment in the video, and like we think it's a good comment or something that's worth discussing, we can put it up on screen now. So it's something that's kind of brought forward that we can now kind of interact with you guys a little bit more, instead of like mentioning a person who's commenting and put it up, like having to discuss it without actually being able to see it. We can now visually put it up on the screen so everyone can see the comment in question. And that goes beyond the actual video. So yeah, please do keep on commenting. We love any feedback. Every time you like a video, every time you make a comment, or even just watch the stream itself that we do, we really do like the support that you guys are bringing us.
Absolutely. And I believe we're going to be passing over to George again now for a show that he's going to be helming, a new solo show. So George, you have the full screen. There we go. No problems this time.
So one thing which we, rewind the clocks a couple of years ago, we had a weekly news show, which was good fun doing. It was fun to keep up with the news. It was fun doing schedules, but it was very time consuming, and on a weekly basis, insert big news events like D23, Comic-Con, breaking news. It was pretty tough to keep up with, and a lot of the news we had in there, really, I mean, you didn't really need to talk about it. It was news, but was it really news? Not something you need to talk about. So we wanted to, it was something we all enjoyed doing. We kind of got the odd breaking news video, which was a nice thing. So we've had discussions like getting the news back. So the idea I've kind of pulled together is, obviously, on my availability, each Monday, starting from next week, I'm going to be bringing back the news as a weekly show. It's going to be myself at the minute hosting this. So there'll be a lot of me just talking out loud, which is fine. And that's going to be done weekly on a Monday. Now, if there is something major breaking, I know we've honestly just missed the window of D23. We had like Kenobi, Star Wars, all that jazz. We can still jump on. We can get the 3 of us on, 2 of us on, however many need us on. We can do them breaking news, but having the weekly Monday show, it's just going to give me a chance to get back on track with the news, do a new series, bring back what we enjoyed doing. And that was why it was the idea to bring back. And you had them really good thumbnails that I'm not because I made them, but they were pretty sensational at times. There was one of Tarantino as Spock, and for some reason that film's still not happening. But anyway, so that's the news coming back on a Monday. You'll see that next week. Gives me a weekend to write it up. And obviously it's not going to be me sitting there saying, oh, Elijah the Fourth has been cast in that third B-Tech ABC show. None of that crap. It's going to be news. Hashtag fake news, real news, all the news. But anyway, that's the news. So that's another show coming back. And then, do I want to talk about Battle of the Brackets?
Yes, we need to talk about Battle of the Brackets. So we've said that we say this every single time we do Battle of the Brackets. It's our favorite show to do on the channel. It's a lot of fun. It's about it's 2 hours of completely unrestrained banter and laughs and borderline hatred at times, but it's all in good fun. Yes, yeah. We absolutely love doing it, and it's a show that, it was very hard to get people, to schedule it, especially with like work and, trying to draft in other people. But it is a show we do want to bring back, and we are going to bring it back, and it's going to be monthly now. We're aiming to have it as the final Saturday of every single month. We do have the next Battle of the Brackets planned, which we're going to be announcing at the weekend. I don't think we're announcing what that is right now, but it's going to be a good one. So that will be kicking off in September. I don't know the date. Was it September 26th? I think sometime, whatever the last Saturday of September is. And I can't wait for it. It's going to be really, really good to bring that show back. And I think a lot of other people enjoy it as well. It does build up quite a lot of traction. A lot of people comment all the way throughout. And speaking of comments, we need to bring up one of the comments right now that we've had in the comments. Long-time viewer, SeaWorld Man 879 says, love y'all. Appreciate the love, man. Thank you very much. And thank you for continuing to watch our channel.
We love you, 879.
Brilliant.
Awesome. Do we have any other bits of news to say? I know we have some other show ideas, but this is essentially, we're stripping it back for right now and getting this schedule in place and getting that set, and then we're going to build from there with other show ideas. I know that we've got some show ideas that might be taking place around Oscar season, but Oscar season still ways off yet. This is sort of what's going to happen with the now.
And yes, I think it's also fair to say that I know I've kind of missed the load here. For reviews, we do the very odd TV review. You may have seen Stranger Things 3 we did recently. BoJack Horseman is usually a regular one we do. Obviously, Game of Thrones is finished now. That was our big TV show we did. We're going to kind of bring in TV reviews a bit more, not to the point where every single show is going to get reviewed.
Yeah,
we're not like that, but the big ones. Is it going to be Mandalorian? We'll do it weekly. Is it going to be The Dark Crystal? We're going to get a season review up. So we want to branch into TV, not to the point of needlessly making us sit through 20 episodes of anything. The shows that we like, that we think you will like, we're going to get reviews out. Whether it's after it's filmed, whether it's the day after it's filmed, a month after it's aired, it doesn't really matter. But TV it's something, I know we're mainly film. Yeah. There is no mistaking how big TV has become.
I was going to say, TV is almost as big as film nowadays. I mean, the budgets of the TV series are going up. What is The Mandalorian commissioned per episode? It's something stupid, isn't it?
15 million episode, which is like the fourth highest series in history.
Mad, absolutely mad. But TV has been growing in popularity a lot more recently. I mean, with Netflix, Amazon Prime, I mean, both have phenomenal shows on there. I mean, something that we want to discuss at some point is The Boys Series 1. I absolutely loved watching through that. And I'm sure once Chris gets to watch, we can possibly do a 3 of us on the discussion for it. But TV has started to be become something a little bit more relevant within film and media. And I feel like it is worth going back and reviewing over the shows that we think deserve to have our attention, that we think you guys should watch. We are cinema savvy, but with TV becoming more cinematic, we may as well throw that in the bunch as well.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a lot of viewing time, but it's good to get into TV as well. There's a lot of talent moving to TV, and especially when we get into these rival streaming providers that we're going to have with the war between Netflix and Disney Plus. It's going to be a lot of content to talk about, and it's all good. We have in the comments, I don't know if we're rounding off very, very quickly, but it's good to get some more comments in. It is not appearing on here for some reason. Oh, there we go. So Brinsley's on. He says, only just got the notification. It came late again. The important thing is you got the notification eventually and you've joined us. So thanks for joining, Brinsley, once again. Hope to see you at the weekend. Yeah, do we have any other news? I think we've pretty much gone through everything. Sorry, Brinsley, you've kind of joined us at the tail end of this thing, but give it a watch and let us know.
So we do have to start to hype some of the videos that we do have planned coming up very, very soon. So I guess we're going to start off with you guys hyping up Saturday.
So yes. We've mentioned it on Once Upon a Time Hollywood Review. You may have seen, we have had some social media stuff. We've been tweeting posters from the Tarantino films. You'll see them for a couple more days, maybe a one-liner with them, whoever knows. But we're going to do this Tarantino retrospective video we've mentioned. It's one of these special ones that we did with Spielberg. We've mentioned it's something we want to bring back. Not something you can do every week. God no. There's a lot of films we've put hours into watching. So join us at the weekend for that. That's going to be good fun. We're going to go through everything from Reservoir Dogs through to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's going to be a big one. We're looking forward to that. And obviously, when I mentioned social media, we are aiming to get more social media. Tate's kind of took over Instagram. You're seeing more Instagram stories, more Instagram posts. So that's Instagram. Facebook.com/CinemaSavvy is our Facebook link. We're going to have more on there. Twitter @cinema_savvy. I've took control of the accounts, and there's a following spree today. There's going to be posts active, so we're just trying to get a bit more interactive over the coming weeks, see what we can do. So stick with the social media. We just don't want to upload videos and think everything's irrelevant, except that if you want to drop us a message, drop us a message. You want to send us a tweet, send us a tweet. If you've got something you want to say, comment on YouTube, do whatever you want to do. We're going to be more active on social media and get the interactions going up.
Absolutely, and interaction is what we want on Saturday as well. The Tarantino retrospective is going to be a great experience. It's going to be us talking about all of his films, his entire filmography, maybe some of his other films in between where it's produced and things like that. It's just going to be a celebration of his entire filmography, essentially. So if you're a Tarantino fan, if you just want to see us shoot the shit for a couple of hours talking about Tarantino, definitely join that. Times will be up on social media. And the equivalents of, the American timers and everything like that. If you are watching overseas, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be one definitely not to miss. Brinsley, even in the comments right now, has said that he is going to rewatch more of his movies, and he's going to watch Jackie Brown for the first time. George actually did watch Jackie Brown for the first time yesterday. We're not going to give away his thoughts on that or my thoughts on that movie. You're going to have to wait till Saturday for that, I'm afraid. Is that everything? I honestly can't think of anything else we're going to announce. So essentially the takeaway is that we're stripping it back. It's a back to basics approach. and we want to get more of a schedule and a system in place for you guys. We want to get more content out for you guys and more of a broader scope of stuff, and delve into that TV stuff as we mentioned. So that'll do it for the channel update. So we hope you guys like all the information that we've given out today. If you have any other suggestions, things you'd like to see on the channel, things that you'd like to see us tweak or maybe implement, please do comment on this video and let us know, or comment on any of our social media links. Those are in the description down below. So I will be going live tomorrow for a Joker reaction video, so look out for that tomorrow, and all the other shows that we have planned. It's an exciting time. I guess we can call this a sort of unofficial new phase for the channel. We do kind of have unofficial phases, so I hope we have good things come out of it, and continue to subscribe, hit the bell icon, all of that good stuff. Good things coming your way. Thank you to SeaWorld Man, thank you to Brinsley in the comments, and until the next video, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.